Hello guys, Martin here. In this video we're going to have a look at some altcoins such as Zilliqa, Wanchain, Ark, but also a quick look at Bitcoin and a potential turnaround for stocks. So let's dive right into it here. This is the last 7 days for altcoins, and earlier today we made a lower low here. But we're basically circling around 97 billion here. A little bit of a resistance up here. If we look at this resistance line going back from this direction here. But not that much really, mostly sideways action. But what's interesting is the Watson's report. We do have Zilliqa as the #1 again. So not a lot of positive vibe here on Twitter for Zilliqa. Here's the daily chart, and it's up 6% today. We basically moved from the 20-day up to the 50-day EMA here. We're clearly above it now. So nice breakout, nice volume as well. Double the average here. Now we are pretty close here to this former peak. So this is a resistance area. And when we look at the 8-hour chart, it does look a little bit overextended here. So this is the third bar here in a row outside of the Bollinger Band. But we could head up here to this red line, which is a 200 period EMA. On the other hand, we could also fall back here, pull back to this blue area. And that's what I would like if I was trading this. That would be a good area to get in. So hopefully we could get a pullback to this zone here, down here, and get a directional change to the upside. And as long as we're above this supporting trend line, that should be fine here. Now let's look at Wanchain. This is the daily chart, and we looked at Wanchain on Wednesday, and then it was up 5%, I believe. So since then we've gone up 10%. We took out the high from here, so that was a good sign. On the other hand, we are forming a shooting star today, or a doji sign, but that's good for an opportunity to get in, I think. If we look at the 8-hour chart, it looks like we will pull back here. So here's the support zone I have drawn here. The blue line, blue area here. So we could afford a drop down here to the 20-day EMA, to this supporting trend line, and hopefully get a directional change in this area. And then we could potentially head up again to this 1700 area here. So that could be some numbers to look at for the weekend. Now here's Ark, and Ark got a very nice move yesterday. Went up here, and we took out my fourth target of 1300. So 1300 was in this area, but we went even higher. So that would have been a good time to take some profits, and we can see that clearly on the 8-hour chart. That's when we got this shooting star, so that would be profit taking time. But now we pull back here to the support area, and this is a engulfing sign here for the last 8 hours. So it does look like we could make another attempt here to the upside, and the target then would be 1350 Satoshi. So up here in this region here, near this high. So interesting action for Ark. And let's quickly have a look at Dow Jones. I know you're not a big fan of stocks, me neither really, but what's going on here in the stock market could affect cryptos. So we do have a potential RSI divergence here. We made a higher low on the RSI, and at the same time we made a lower low on the price here. So I do like what I'm looking at right now. On the other hand, we have 2 more hours left here for trading. So, but look out for the daily close, and if we'll form a hammer looking or doji sign here, that could be a sign that we'll get some upside action on Monday, since stocks are not open during the weekend. So finally, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Now, the thing is, Bitcoin is basically glued to the 20-day moving average here. So just sideways action here for the last 10 days. No volume really. If you look at the volume, nothing really happened. But what's interesting is the historical volatility. This reading here is the lowest ever, and this is from BitMEX. So BitMEX been around for a little bit more than 1 year. So this is the lowest ever. And you know what that means, right? When the volatility has been really low for a long time, then you'll likely get a big move coming. But that could be to the downside as well. So, but it could also be to the upside. And I have drawn a Gann box here. And the Gann box is telling us that on October 29th, we will get a directional change. And that is 3 days, 3 days from now. So what could happen here before that, that would be a change in volume to the upside here. If volume were to increase, that could give us a warning sign in what direction this will go. So look out for these dates here during the weekend, and watch it carefully. And that's all I have for today, but have a great weekend. Goodbye.